Ready or Not, directed by Radio Silence, starring Samara Weaving, Adam Brody, and Michael Bryan. A bride's wedding night takes a sinister turn when her eccentric new in-laws force her to take part in a terrifying game. I was really looking forward to seeing Ready or Not, primarily because of the directors who have worked on the anthology films VHS and Southbound, along with the fact that Samara Weaving is in this, who I find incredibly likable and fun. My anticipation for this film was really high, and I can say hands down that this film is a blast. It is so much fun. It's definitely a horror comedy, and I was laughing throughout the entire film, but that doesn't mean that it's a straight up comedy. But when the comedy is happening, it's so dark and it is just so comedic, and it hits on all cylinders. The entire cast is fantastic, and this really over the top scenario feels grounded because of the fact that they are so just like, what do we do? How do we do this? Let's go ahead and just use whatever weapons we have at our disposal, even to the point of dropping them and saying, I don't know how to use this. And that's what makes this film so much fun and so hilarious. As I said before, Samara Weaving is so likable. With her as the lead in this film, it's easy to get behind her, root for her, and laugh as she just kicks ass. And everyone in this family is freaking hilarious. This is basically about a young woman who marries the love of her life that she's been with for 18 months. And basically, for her to become a part of the family, she has to play a game. And she draws a card, and it happens to be hide and seek. I will say this right now. You may think that the film is going one way, and then it totally just throws you off. And it was so fantastic. I was laughing my ass off, and it made me love the film even more. The effects are so good. There's not a lot of setup, and there's not a ton of exposition. You get enough to understand who this family is, where they came from, but it's a single location film, and we're just dropped in the middle of this wedding day, and then the nighttime activities of them trying to hunt down the bride. There's not one point in this film that feels slow or feels like it's in a lull. The set design is also fantastic. You feel like this family is definitely eccentric and wealthy and comes from a long lineage of wealth. And that's ingrained throughout the entire film, not only with the set design, but also even with the weapons that they use and the way that every one of the characters act. You can tell that they come from a world of privilege and that they expect things to be done in a certain way by their specific standards. Again, I got attached to the main character. Samara Weaving is so good. I loved her, and I was totally behind her throughout the entire film. And the action scenes are freaking awesome. The horror is definitely there. It's definitely an action horror comedy, and this is one that you do not want to miss while it's in theaters. This, for me, is an add to the collection. I cannot wait to get this on Blu-ray and rewatch this film. This is definitely going to be one that I am going to have in heavy rotation. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like, and if you want to see more content like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for coming by, and I'll see you guys next time.